Death Stranding 2 that we're playing right now. We're playing Dune Awakening. We've got Tales of the Shire coming up. We've got Destiny 2. We've got Mafia Old Country. We've got Borderlands 4. We've got all the games that I was mentioning earlier. Ghost of Yotai is coming out. And of course, these guys are going to sit there as soon as each one of those games comes out. Ghost of Yotai is already going to be the big one because they're going to be like, oh, it's a female protagonist. They went woke. Sucker Punch went woke. Bah! It's way worse than you thought, guys. Oh, Jesus. And again, the Microsoft situation does suck, but what good does it serve me or my audience or the world by me just sitting there focusing on those negatives? Like, the world sucks, right? Shitty things happen every single day. I could take you on a walk around my hometown where I live, and I could show you people who live in abject poverty. Would you do anything about those people? Would you give a shit? Could you do anything about those people even if you were in a position? Like, the reality is that there are shitty things happening to people all over the world that have nothing to do with video games. There are things like alcoholism, there are things like inflation, there are things like, poor education, poor employment protection, um, lack of women's rights, lack of trans and homosexual rights. We have religious persecution. We have bombs being dropped. We have people being displaced from their homes. There are bad things happening all over the world every single day. Can you fix them as an individual? Could you maybe focus on something to bring joy into people's lives rather than only focusing on the negatives? Maybe wouldn't it be better to be the light of hope in a person's life who's having a really shitty day rather than make a video that apologizes for, hey, you might be having a shitty day, but I'm going to make your day even worse. Get in, strap in. Let's take that shit and smear it all over our faces and light it on fire because that's how I make money. And it just really disgusts me to see that. I think it's far better to be a beacon of hope and focus on the fun in video games because that's what video games are supposed to be about, is having fun and not being just it really made me kind of cranky when I saw that the first few seconds of that clip the other day, because it was like, you're literally telling people, hey guys, let's make it worse. Let's just pile on. And I'm totally going to steal his thumbnail where it says, this is insane. And I'm just going to put my face over the top of that. And we're going to use that for that particular clip. This is insane. It is. Yeah, it's clickbait 101. Exactly, Whiskey Dad. Like, it's the same thing with any news outlet these days. Like, they don't actually publish the news. They just focus on, like... So, a good example of this is, like, Brad Pitt is doing the rounds right now. Doing press for his F1 movie, which is, like, the first really big budget movie he's done in a while. Especially since the divorce from the psychopath he was married to. And I'm joking about that, but it's ever since Brad Pitt's divorce from Angelina Jolie, he has been relatively low key because he went through a very nasty divorce with her, and it was very public and very nasty. Anyway, he's doing press for this new movie, and the people who are watching the press, all I've seen is on my TikTok feed for like the last week has been all of these podcasts ran by angry white women who are upset that Brad Pitt is being allowed to make money on a movie. He made a $30 million paycheck. and he's out doing press, and they're angry that he's being allowed to do this, and they're focused on is how he needs to be punished. He needs to be punished. He should be punished for the divorce. He should be punished for what he did to her. Why isn't no one asking these questions in the press? And it's like, because the fucking press for the movies is about the movies, bitch. Like, he's trust me, as someone who has gone through a divorce, it's not fun. And they had kids involved. That makes it even less fun. They've had a long legal battle over the vineyard and thing that they own together in France. There have been it's there has been punishment enough. And instead of focusing on the fact that there's this really cool, good, fun movie in the theaters right now, all anybody on that side of the fence wants to talk about is how, we should make sure that this person never works again. It's a smear campaign. Mel Gibson went through the same thing. And don't get me wrong, these guys both had alcohol problems and had public meltdowns, public issues because of their alcoholism.
Okay.
But they have suffered for those things. They have lost their families, they have gone through divorces, they have literally lost their kids. Like, they have been punished enough. And right now, he's trying to do this new movie, and the press is supposed to be about the movie, but you have these people who only want to focus on the negative. They only want to focus on, like, these people shouldn't be allowed to do these things. They shouldn't be allowed to work ever again. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, I just don't agree with that at all. Like, especially if you haven't lived in someone's shoes, and gone through that ever. Like, yeah. It supposedly is a very good movie. I haven't seen it yet. But some people don't want to focus on the fact that it's a good movie. Some people just want to focus on the fact that, oh no, it's Brad Pitt. He should suffer. He should never be allowed to work again because he had a nasty public breakup. All right. We need to go rescue somebody from the armed survivalists. I'm assuming we could do this with the vehicle. Good old internet courage.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. This order is a hostage rescue operation. The target for extraction is this man. He was conducting a search in a mining region when communications abruptly ceased. He went there at the behest of the Dowser, who resides at the next facility you need to link up. Take heed that the mine in question is currently under the control of the armed survivalists. A faction whose members have no reservations about using lethal force and should be considered a serious threat.
I didn't know Frodo was awake.
Worse, some of them have
He's
been
like, Daddy, I want to
observed
go out.
armor as well as active skeletons. Such enemies will possess
You ready to go
increased
out?
mobility and defensive capabilities.
Give me a second.
It would therefore be prudent to bring equipment to counter these advantages. There's no telling how much longer they'll keep the hostage alive. Moreover, saving him may help us to pursue future objectives in this region and beyond. Regardless, this is a matter of life and death for the Dowser's friend. Give your preparations all due consideration. He's counting on you, Sam.
All right, let me let him out because he heard his mommy. Let's go rescue a dude. All right. Internet outrage, internet courage. I don't know if I should take the truck with me. I don't know that terrain at all. That is a long ass way away though. It looks like we could just follow this up. Follow the river up. There may be some bridges. And then we get everything, and then there's no way I'm getting up the mountainside with a vehicle. So I bet we have to then come back out and probably go over here. Man, I don't know if there's a route up over the mountains for the truck. Might be able to drive up over here.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Got a tranq rifle. Assault rifle. I shouldn't need anything else, to be honest with you. See, Meslock plays? You're focusing on the negatives, man. You're literally falling into the trap of what we were just talking about earlier on the stream. Rather than focusing on the fun part of the video game, you're like, man, I wish they would have done this instead. So I want to take a moment to pause. I've never seen Meslock plays on my channel before. They don't appear to be a Twitch member or a YouTube member. So I want to focus on this for a second because we were just talking about how like Maddie plays, Luke Stevens, and those guys. They get surrounded by negativity, and their chats are full of negativity, and you are who you surround yourself with. And if you have people who are constantly complaining about things, it's really hard to find the positive in things. So I like to point that comment out because, like, this game has a ton of cool features. New highways, monorail, all these new features in the game, better graphics. It's a better iteration of the first game. And all that person said was, I wish they would have used real Australian names in the cities. It would have given it much more immersion. So it's like, there's no positive. I was disappointed they didn't use real Australian city names in the game. It would have given. That comment is 100% negativity. 100% negative. There's not a single positive aspect of that comment. And it's like, this is a video game. Why can't you just focus on the fact that it's a video game and it's fun to play? That comment is the perfect aspect of what we were talking about earlier. The problem with the internet these days is people just focus on shit they want to bitch about rather than things they could be having fun with. I don't want to have fun. I refuse to have fun. I'm going to be a negative Nancy. I'm disappointed by, rather than I'm excited by, I'm having fun with. I really like this. No, it's not the truth. That's your negative Nancy opinion. I love how you try to back it. He tried to back it up just now. It's the truth. I speak objective facts. My negativity is objectivity. How dare they not use real Australian city names? I'm right and you're wrong because I'm negative. Not on my channel, buddy. The only person who's right on my channel is me. Sorry, and I focus on the fun. It's a fictional version of Australia. It's a fictional version of Earth. That's like saying that, like, I really wish they wouldn't have had this science fiction aspect in this game because it ruins the real world immersion. Like, the whole aspect of BTs just doesn't make any fucking sense because the BTs don't exist in the real world. They should have focused on the real world. Oh, that's never not gonna be funny. There was Mexico and Australia, yeah. The problem is you didn't frame your opinion as an opinion, Meslock. You tried to frame it as fact. You literally, let's back it up. No. I'm stopping the stream for a second because I'm gonna put this down right now. I'm gonna back it up. You literally just said we all have opinions. You don't agree, and that's fine. No. That's not what you said. That's not. You're trying to back it up. You're trying to back it up. You literally said it's the truth. It's just the truth. Your statement was it's just the truth. You tried to claim that something was truth. You tried to make a statement of fact when you, and I'm reading your comment right here. You said it's just the truth. You don't get to say it's just the truth and then back it up and say, well, hang on a second, I'm just saying it was my opinion. It's just an opinion. You tried to make a statement of fact. So you have to learn how to use words, the ones you were taught in school. Like, your first statement said IMO, which is true, but then you tried to take that statement and make it fact because you said it's just the truth. When you say it's just the truth, you're making a statement of fact claiming that something is true. An opinion is not a statement of fact. An opinion is not something that is true or false. An opinion is an opinion. So you got to learn how to use your words better. Fuck off, Wicked NI. If you want to buy me a brand new mic, feel free to say me whatever you want. But unfortunately, you are not me. And if you want to send me what mic you think I should be using, I'll give you my address. Feel free. But otherwise, you can take your opinion about my mic sucks and shove it. But yeah, statement of facts. We got to teach people how to use words this morning. Alright, I think from here we probably need to go in on foot. How far away is this? 300 meters? Probably go in on foot from here. Yeah, I've been using this headset and mic this is the third one of these I've used. I've been using them for 3.5 years. I make a full-time living with this. The mic is fine. Maybe you just need a new headset.
Okay.
Right, saying a HyperX mic sucks is ignorance. It's true. It is ignorance. But that it seems like our Twitch chat this morning is full of ignorant trolls this morning. YouTube chat has been fine this morning. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. We're only 3 hours into the stream. Had some it's probably Maddie Plays community got upset about my criticisms a little while ago, and they're like, we have to come and be silly. All right. I don't think I have anything in here. Let's chuck him up there. There's definitely a guy right there. Yeah, I didn't want you here in the first place, Wicked NI, so feel free to see yourself out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye-bye. With that kind of attitude, you're really going to build a strong community. I actually do have a really strong community. It's assholes like you who show up in chat and make stupid comments like, you need to get a better mic. Who are you? Never seen you in chat before. Are you a part of the community? Don't recognize your name. You're certainly not a subscriber or a channel member. You're just some rando who showed up, and your very first statement is like, I don't like the mic you're using. Oh yeah, way to be a part of the community, Wicked NI. Yeah, way to be a good part of the community there. Way to be a positive member of the community. So yeah, you're not going to be missed as you leave yourself out the door, buddy. Well, you know what, Trucking Kev? Trucking Kev says, I love most of your YouTube content, but trying to watch a live stream isn't fun. You're way too toxic. There's zero reason to attack everyone that doesn't agree or have criticism. You seem so friendly and positive in YouTube. Total Jekyll and Hyde personality. No, here's what it is. When you act like a child, you get treated like a child. And a lot of other streamers, what they will do is they have a moderator team who will just moderate those people and push them to the side. I don't moderate that way. What I do is I'm like a cat. I play with my food. I like to play with things when I see them. So when I see an idiot doing something stupid in chat, I'm going to respond to it and treat them like an idiot. Because that's how you learn. You learn not to be an idiot by having repercussions. So if you act like a fool in my chat, you get treated like a fool. Act like a child, get treated like a child. It's literally that simple. So if you want to be respected and be treated like an adult, then you come in and you act like an adult. Making stupid comments in chat is not being an adult. You're not acting mature, and you are going to get treated in the manner in which you deserve. If you don't like that, then you should probably take a look at why you are getting those responses. Because I treat people the way they deserve to be treated. And if you have been here for any length of time, you'll notice that we have a very strong community built up over the past 3.5 years of very amazing people. We have a Discord community. We have a Patreon community. We are a very good community. But what we don't accept are just random people showing up to chat and being dipshits. Yes, you are a fool, because you didn't provide any constructive criticism, Wicked NI, saying, just get a better mic. That's not constructive criticism. I don't really care what you think, Trucking Kev. Sorry. If you don't like the way that I react to trolls in my chat, you don't have to watch. It's that simple, honey. It's not rocket science. By the way, Wicked NAI, I thought you said you were leaving. Why are you still here? What are you still doing in my chat? Get out of here. Do 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 do. do. Bum, bum. Oh yeah, we're about to play the troll. We're getting rid of like 3 people right now. So let's play our troll song.
Strong hand, fist of iron, judgment falls. Hearts are dying, bang hammer strikes. Tears like rain, justice served. Feel their pain.
I don't know if you've ever heard this one, but when people claim that they're constructive criticism, like I was just trying to give you some constructive. No, the only people who do constructive criticism are assholes. Like no one actually gives constructive criticism. If I didn't ask you for your opinion, I didn't want it. I certainly don't need it. I'm successful at what I do. First time commenter coming in here and being like, you need to get a better bike. And then backing up, being like, I was just trying to be constructive with criticism. No, you were being an asshole. Ain't nobody asked for your opinion. Get it out of here.
Let's catch up. Ouch.
There has never once been an unsolicited piece of criticism that has been useful to anyone ever in the history of humanity. Unsolicited feedback is never more than an asshole trying to assert their dominance in any given situation. That's literally what it comes down to. I need to be right! I'm gonna make my voice heard! I'm the unsolicited person! Hear my voice! I am unsolicited feedback! You must heed my words, because I know more than you! What that? That's annoying. What? No, surely not. Now if I shoot these guys... Yeah, that truck is what worries me. What's up, Pogo Star?